Walter O'Brien. I have the fourth highest IQ ever recorded, 197. Einstein's was 160. When I was 11, the FBI arrested me for hacking NASA to get their blueprints from my bedroom wall. Now, I run a team of geniuses tackling worldwide threats only we can solve. Toby's our behaviorist. Sylvester's a human calculator. Happy, a mechanical prodigy. Agent Kate Gallows, our government handler. And Paige? Well, Paige isn't like us. She's normal and translates the world for us while we help her understand her genius son. Together, we are Scorpion.
In the past 24 hours, you have broken over 24 state and federal laws. You've dealt Homeland Security a public relations nightmare, and you destroyed over $100 million worth of private property. Which is why you ironically named geniuses.
The wrong use of ironic.
Are hereby ordered for psychological evaluation. That evaluation decides your future. From what I see, you're too mentally unstable to handle this job. Anything else smart you want to say?
No.
So much for your little experiment.
And as a psychologist assigned to this case, I will interview each member of your team individually. You will take me through the events of the past 24 hours and explain your decisions.
Happy to help however I can.
Lying is one hallmark of antisocial personality disorder. So first off, I suggest you be honest.
Honestly? I'm looking at your diploma thinking I could have got into your alma mater when I was 7.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay. First, I should mention that I also have a PhD in clinical psychology. Perhaps our time would be better spent talking about you.
I don't think so.
Say more about that.
Ask me anything. I'm an open book.
It all started yesterday.
One sec. Oh, my God.
Okay. All right.
From the beginning.
Well, it all began with costumes.
Do you have the summary document on our last job?
Good morning to you too, Walter. How are you today?
Oh, you prefer a different greeting. Okay, good morning, how are you? Do you have the summary document on our last job?
I'll send it to you. And thank you for asking.
I've been preparing for Ralph's school Halloween party tomorrow, but he doesn't want to go because he has no one to go with. Come on, it's Halloween.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
It's a holiday based on 16th century traditions of warding off evil spirits. It's not exactly progress. To say nothing of contributions to tooth decay, juvenile diabetes, early death. You asked.
Good news. Your friend the governor has recommended you for a new gig. And unlike the last few, this one's cushy. The West Side Museum of Art is having a new exhibit of a masterpiece by Franz Biermann. The Verstappen Museum in Germany owns the painting. But while it's within our borders, it falls under the purview of Homeland. We picked up some cheddar on some darknet sites. It's a highly coveted target for art thieves. We need you to upgrade the security systems at the museum. I'll fill you in on the details on the way. And Merritt granted your request.
What request?
This is great. Traveling together will increase efficiency.
This is on trial loan from the department, so go easy on it.
Push your gig aside. Isn't security work a little below our pay grade?
Painting's worth $100 million.
How is $32 of paint and canvas worth $100 million?
It's one of humanity's great achievements.
It's paint and canvas.
Art critic Leslie Ryman calls it, quote, an exquisite rendering of late 19th century small-town tranquility, whose rhapsodic gestures connote optimism and possibility.
Are you okay?
My hypersensitivity and overactive emotional quotient are at times triggered by works of art.
Don't tell me you have a problem with Halloween and art.
They're both make-believe, all ascribed value.
I took a night school class on Gauguin. You ever seen his paintings of Tahiti? They're mind-blowing.
Well, in the time period of the Biermann painting, there were grain shortages and starvation. That old woman looks like she has gout. That 10-year-old girl, middle-aged.
You can't openly mock things 99% of the world enjoys. If you want to grow this business, take on private clients, even be a functioning member of society, you have to learn how normal people work.
Yes, but to what end?
You, being more human, could help us get more jobs and improve relationships with superiors, make my life more sane. Think of it as an experiment.
I'll give it a try.
Geniuses have low EQ, or emotional quotient, hence their difficulty relating to us. Sure, they have their issues, but they're also brilliant and brave and special.
You're protecting your job.
If I thought they were unstable, would I allow my son around them?
Your son is them.
Thank you. I think he's special too.
Take me through Walter's behavior at the museum.
This is an exceedingly rare work by an artist whose other paintings have all been destroyed during World War II. So as curator, its security is my responsibility. Forgive me for saying so, but They don't seem like typical law enforcement.
We're not typical law enforcement, Dr. Paulson. We're better.
Very excited to protect your beautiful and important art.
Right.
Is that supposed to be normal?
Experiment's begun, not bad, huh?
Terrifying.
Good luck with this.
Here, take a look at this.
Getting awfully close to it.
Maybe he's enjoying it. Walter may have some EQ.
And I stand corrected.
I was doing my job.
Slashing a canvas is your job? Or evidence of your lack of emotional maturity?
Both. I don't have emotions.
I read that in your file. But how can you protect something if you don't care about it?
I don't care about my paycheck.
I can't really tell if you're purposely being contemptuous, or maybe you're unstable.
Well, if you dismissed every government worker who is unstable, Washington would cease to exist.
Giving these responses, how do you expect me to approve you?
I don't. But to fail us would be to disregard the fact that no matter how many people got upset, my actions had a purpose. I cut the painting to thoroughly examine both sides of the canvas. It was efficient.
Efficient? Are you out of your mind? Do you have any idea how much this painting is worth?
Yes, as I said, nothing. It's a fake. And there are several reasons why we knew this, starting with Paige. She loves this artist. Seeing the painting should have made her happy.
But when she looked at the painting, she displayed the same repulsion markers our sense of smell gives us to rotting meat when it exudes an odor. Her subconscious instinctively knew something was off, but she didn't know what it was.
Then I did a quick count of the brush strokes. There's 1,387, which is 48 less than the original.
And the type of nails in the frame weren't even manufactured until 4 years after this painting was supposedly made.
Rotting meat, brush strokes, and nails? That's all you had to go on before you destroyed a masterpiece?
A fake masterpiece.
He's right. Special Agent Carey, FBI Art Crimes. We just analyzed the paint and carbon dated the frame. The painting is a forgery.
Thank you for repeating exactly what I said 63 minutes ago. That is a lovely windbreaker.
We may be able to ID the forger by fingerprints left in the paint.
Well, you won't find any fingerprints in the paint because this painting wasn't made by hand. It was made by machine.
A forgery of this quality made by a machine, not possible.
You're right. It's not possible. It's certain.
Since there's no longer a painting to protect, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Very much thank you for the opportunity. How else was I supposed to tell him it was a fake?
Perhaps by saying it's a fake.
When delivering bad news, most people try and do so gently.
Waste of time.
How'd the knife work for you?
Miraculously, Special Agent Carey wants you to stay on the case.
So she appreciated my efforts.
She found you smug, arrogant, and several other choice adjectives. But the FBI is lacking expertise on this technology. Explain your theory.
Thrilled to help anyone who thinks we're smug and arrogant.
The force of the human hand applying brush strokes would result in tiny broken canvas fibers, but that canvas was perfectly intact. Only a machine arm could paint so delicately.
Plus, the mathematical patterns in the paint were so precise that they couldn't have been executed so flawlessly by a human being.
So we followed the technology to track down the forger.
And I'll have Art Crimes investigate who swapped the original for the fake and when. You know, the original was authenticated by customs at LAX at 6:42 this morning. So we know the swap occurred sometime after that.
But they'd have to canvass airport staff, art handlers, transport personnel. That could take days.
Well, the problem is most stolen art leaves the country within 24 hours, never to be seen again. I know someone who can help us track it down, but I want you all on primo behavior.
A fake? Yeah, does no one have any respect?
Real or fake, it doesn't matter if the people looking at it can't tell. What's the difference?
Believe me, I know.
Tell me about your machine theory.
In order to create a high-quality forgery using a machine, you'd first need a three-dimensional scan of the painting, capturing every detail from the brushstroke direction to the thickness and volume of the paint.
Then a spectral camera would create an algorithmic breakdown of the colors to be mixed by the 3D printer and applied by machine arm.
But first, the forger would need an extremely high-res image of the original. Do you know how we can get our hands on one?
When I was a customer in London, I used to visit the Royal Stuart Museum. They keep digital images of major artworks.
Those images have high enough resolution to be used by the forgers. I'll just hack in.
Or you could use my account number.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, the Biermann's been stolen before. This is the actual provenance of the painting.
1936, Eckhart Mueller, a Jewish shoemaker from Warsaw, buys the painting directly from the artist Franz Biermann. 1942, the Nazis seize the painting from Mueller and send him to Auschwitz, where he's murdered by the SS.
1946, the Verstehen Museum takes possession of the painting. Since then, 3 generations of the Muellers have tried unsuccessfully to get it back.
This family has spent a lifetime trying to get this painting back. Art has meaning.
Found the image. 4K resolution, more than enough to create the forgery. According to the manifests, this file's been downloaded by École de Beaux-Arts students, art book publishers, and once by somebody from Galactic Toys.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Galactic has the greatest superhero pantheon in this or any other universe, including my personal favorite, Super Fun Guy. I'm getting to it. Walter, I'm getting to it, okay? They manufacture these little masterpieces using state-of-the-art, cutting-edge 3D printers and scanners. They have everything one would need to create the perfect forgery. The forger must work there. And he is so lucky.
We'll scan their network and ID the employee on the way. Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you. It was an experience.
Okay, guys, come on, let's go.
Never seen him move so fast.
Okay, Galactic Toys. The IP address and land subnets have narrowed it down to 10 employees, 4 of which work in administration, which means they lack the skill set to even run the technology.
Well, eliminate anyone with the title of VP or above. They wouldn't risk their pension on criminal activity.
Well, that leaves 5. Only 3 have art backgrounds.
That one! Look at that knockoff designer sweater. He doesn't care about the difference between real and fake.
Man after my own heart.
Phil Daniels, married, 3 kids.
Needs money, has ability, and motive.
Hey, kid, I'm gonna go with you.
You're all staying here, and that's an order. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
He's been waiting for this his whole life.
Well, then he should be used to it. I don't need a bunch of geniuses to help me detain an unarmed artist.
Well, you at least give me a Super Fun Guy t-shirt. He's really fun.
I am 50 feet from Valhalla, but I might as well be 50 miles.
Maybe you should emulate Sylvester. He might be extreme, but at least he moves.
That is not ideal to me.
So if Walter has no emotional quotient, you have?
Infinitely too much.
What are you looking at?
That bookshelf's not anchored. If there was an earthquake it could fall, it could crush you, causing massive trauma, concussion. Plus, I wouldn't want to see any of that blood. I'm sorry. You asked me a question?
Does your anxiety hinder your ability to do your job? And if so, how can you work on this team?
Well, because Walter, he keeps me out of my head, keeps me focused on the work. But if I were you, I just want the chair just a couple inches.
I don't get it.
Because the parrot has a hat on.
Oh, that's funny. Technically.
It's funny completely.
No, break it down logically. Bringing a parrot into a bar makes no sense. You're disappointed.
Just starting to see the scope of what needs to be done.
Meantime, I can still solve this case. Cut him off the corner.
Okay, kid.
It's faster to call it.
I can't hear you. Hey, hey. Stop! I'm a federal agent. Hey.
You working out some issues?
I looked everywhere for you.
Are those chicken feathers?
It's all fixable. Whether or not I'm stable? Fascinating question. I've personally treated many mentally unstable people. I've dated some, too.
You're trying to game me again, Mr. Curtis. Answer my question.
I'm rock steady. The only reason we disregarded Cabe's orders is because we had to chase Daniels. He could have led us to the painting.
Through busy downtown streets, government employees are supposed to protect property, not destroy it.
You can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. That's not a metaphor. I'm just stating a fact about breakfast.
You know, and as a sign of antisocial behavior.
Witty humor.
Addiction issues.
That's my favorite kind. All I know is I'm in good hands in the employ of Walter O'Brien, one of the most intelligent human beings in the world.
From my file, it seems like you're in competition with him.
He's infinitely smarter than both of us. When I met him, I was gambling every night, in jail pretty often, too. I'd still be there if it weren't for Walter. He's pretty exceptional. Don't tell him I said that.
You spooked him. He won't talk. The FBI gave us 1 hour with him, and we're at 0. That's what happens when a guy gets chased by a bunch of weirdos in a van covered in chicken feathers. The FBI searched his house, his storage locker, his records, everything turned up nothing. The painting's worth $100 million. If he doesn't talk fast, we'll never see it again.
Just give me 30 seconds with him. So Agent Gallo in there thinks you stole the painting. I know you didn't do it.
Well, finally, someone who believes I'm innocent.
I didn't say you're innocent. You graduated Cal Arts 9 years ago, dreaming of becoming the next Picasso. Then you had a few small shows, but the decision makers in suits didn't get your brilliance. Then you slipped one past the goalie with your girlfriend. Diapers are not cheap, so you took a job with Galactic Toys. It's hard to believe. You've been there nearly a decade, watching your dreams slip away. But the calluses on your right thumb and middle finger tell me you still paint every day. You're an artist. All artists want the same thing, recognition. So when someone offered to pay you to forge a painting, that felt good. Finally, someone recognized your skill. In fact, you could have done that whole thing by hand. You only supplemented your skill with a machine because they made you.
I want a lawyer.
Sure, that'll convince people you're innocent. Whoever paid you to make that fake stole the original themselves, making you an accomplice.
I was hired to make a copy of a painting, which is not illegal. What the guy did with it after that is his business.
The irony is, he's not going to take the fall for it. You are. Just give me his name.
Jacques LeBeau, real estate tycoon, friend of the mayor. He paid Daniels to forge the painting.
Most of LeBeau's online accounts are impenetrable, but we discovered that he pays 2 electric bills, one for his main house and one for a separate climate-controlled room.
It's a wine cellar.
Oh, that's not a wine cellar. Look at the electricity usage. It's a huge room, much more suitable for storing art.
You're gonna have to trust Happy on this one, Toby.
Trust me on this, Walter. We're talking wine, one of my specialties.
Doesn't really matter right now. All we have is the word of an admitted forger. We'll never get a search warrant with that alone. I'll call in some favors and see if I can't get a wiretap, but that'll take some time. You hang tight until you receive further orders. I'll update you as soon as I have something.
Okay, so LeBeau commissioned the fake, so we have to assume he has the real painting. Chances are he's trying to move it. Any idea on his whereabouts?
I'm digging. Okay, got something. He's at home preparing for a big charity gala tonight. You guys, this is happening right now. They'll be hosting hundreds of people, 3 bars, live music.
And us.
Cave told us.
Cave is going to cost us an opportunity.
Are we really going to smuggle a painting out during a party?
There will be equipment coming in and out, trucks, commotion. The whole thing could be a subterfuge to try and smuggle that painting out of the country tonight. Now, Happy, Toby, you'll slip in, try and locate that painting. If you can't find it, then we're going to need all the details that we can get on LeBeau and his business dealings. Paige?
I'm going to hack us onto the guest list.
Try and get us close to LeBeau so we can clone his phone. Sly, you'll QB from the van.
Without Cave, we won't get the gear we need.
And I have nothing to wear. I am not being a diva. I was a broke waitress 6 weeks ago. I literally have nothing to wear for a fancy party.
I know someone who can help on both fronts.
You were smart to come back. This party, I'm sure, will have a fashion-forward crowd. And in the wrong clothes, you'd be spotted immediately as fakes.
It's Halloween weekend. Why isn't LeBeau having a costume ball?
Because rich people are smart. They know that Halloween is foolish.
Aren't you a ray of sunshine?
I'm a waiter.
Wow. Sometimes I even surprise myself.
This is okay.
Brava.
Really?
Yes.
You silver-tongued W.
Well, what about me?
Well, you're in the van, so you can wear your stupid shirt.
Do you have any Halloween costumes for a 9-year-old boy, like a zombie or a ninja or pirate? I'll keep looking.
These comm devices are on an encoded frequency. There you go. And there. Out you go, before I start to regret loaning you my things.
I've never been to a party like this.
Don't worry. Fit right in.
Thank you.
Of course.
There you go.
Oh, I took care of it.
Last name?
Good guy.
It's just like my apartment.
Focus. We may never recover that painting unless we get LeBeau's data wherever he is.
Madame, Monsieur, bienvenue. I'm your host, Jacques LeBeau. And tonight, we will be raising money for the Arts Are Fundamental charity. I hope you'll all open your hearts and your wallets for this great cause. For is there any more noble pursuit than the arts?
Science, mathematics, professional wrestling, anything besides art.
I'm missing a point about...
Happy and Toby are in position.
Here, time to come.
Literature, writing, music.
Alarm off in 3, 2, 1.
I'm unlocking the door.
To get to the storage locker, take the northwest stairs to the basement level.
Now, to clone LeBeau's phone, we have to get this within 5 feet of him for 3 uninterrupted minutes.
Easy. We'll just stand near him. Where do you go?
I don't know.
Got him.
Oh.
Let's dance next to him.
It has to be a more efficient way.
This is the most efficient way.
I don't dance.
Here's the storage locker. It's a 96-bit triple encrypted TD9 lock.
Do you know how impressed I am when I have no idea what you're saying?
Well, I need to dumb it down next time.
You ready?
Nope.
You need to stand within 5 feet of him for 3 minutes, starting now.
We're a couple, remember? Do you know where to put your hands? You're not pushing me on a swing. Lower. Lower. Put your hand lower. Good. Keep it there at the small of my back.
Oh!
Oh, it's not bad. It's easy, right?
Basic mathematics. Count the beats 4/4 time. 76 beats per minute.
That explains it.
We're in. It's a wine cellar.
You know why geniuses can't dance? Because we have 2 left brains.
Walter, did you just make a joke?
Use wordplay to manipulate a common phrase.
Well, it's a start. I think your experiment is starting to work.
Download will complete in 15 seconds. Oh, no. Malfunction. Walter, the cloning device reset. You have to start the download all over again.
You have to keep dancing.
Okay.
May I cut in? I can't not dance with the most beautiful woman at my party.
90 seconds. Stall, Walter.
Oh, well, if it's all right with you, honey.
I'd be delighted.
I'll just be over there, honey. Okay, how much longer?
80 seconds and counting.
It's a cover. No one keeps such fine vintages this cold. It's not just a wine cellar. There's got to be a door, or cabinet, or something.
How much time left?
30 seconds. Will you stop asking? It's like the 4th time. What's gotten into you, anyway?
This was recently installed. It's got to be hiding a secret door.
No door.
Come on.
Walter, we got it.
Excuse me. May I?
C'était un grand plaisir. Merci.
Okay.
Download complete.
Download complete.
There's nothing behind there.
No, no. It's just a wine cellar.
Oh, no. Someone's coming.
That's the only exit.
Time to go.
Sylvester, we're about to get made. Do something.
I'm on it. Go, 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 go!
What happened to you guys?
We got up to the kitchen. I ran into a giant cake. I don't want to talk about it.
We didn't find the art, but we cloned the phone.
Step on it. It was an easy mistake. How could I have possibly known that was a wine cellar?
The painting could be somewhere else in the house.
No, not anymore. By now, LeBeau's found the broken wine bottles. He knows someone's hacked into the power. He knows we're onto him. He's going to try and move that painting fast. Sylvester, you search his call history? All right, well, it's supposed to be rarefied air, but instead it's full of thieves. This guy stole from the museum, who stole from the Mueller family. This is supposed to be the intellectual elite.
I thought you didn't care about art.
I'm faking it, remember?
Sounds awfully real. Somewhere along the line, you had a breakthrough. You're improving.
Okay, LeBeau made half a dozen calls to one number in the 48 hours before the original painting disappeared. The name is encrypted, but I think I can break it.
And how long?
That long.
And I thought I didn't like him because he was a know-it-all art jerk.
Here's an email from LeBeau to Paulson with his bank's routing and account numbers.
LeBeau provides access to the fake. Paulson provides access to the original. We didn't find the painting of LeBeau's because he never had it. Paulson does.
As curator, he could easily pull this off. He plans all the museum's exhibits.
The Bierman's worth 9 figures. He wouldn't move it by air. There are more security gaps at the docks.
We'll call Kate from the van. Paige, take this to Hetty. It can't be discussed over the phone. She'll understand.
What's this about?
Read it. You'll see. Oh, I'm going to need to take your car as well for the Wi-Fi. You take the van and hurry. I appreciate it.
I never thought I'd hear him say that.
Safe to say, this is when the mission went from the frying pan into the fire.
Safe to say anything you want, unless it pisses me off.
You're guilty of breaking and entering, trespassing, larceny. Do you even think how Walter puts all your lives at risk?
We're geniuses. All we do is think.
Ever think about how none of you have anywhere else to go? Especially you. Since from what I can tell, you have no family to speak of.
There is always a plan. And we follow it because we believe in Walter. And besides, as soon as we knew the play with the curator, we called our superior.
Paulson, curator.
We got him. Yeah, we're on his tail right now. We surveilled him, followed him to his house, where he put the painting in a car.
You went to private property without a search warrant. Anything you saw is inadmissible in court.
Actually, it is admissible because we're not working at your behest. We're operating as private citizens. So the more we do by you, the more legal it is.
That's good to know. We got to remember that for next time.
All right, I scanned the manifests at the San Pedro docks. There's one ship leaving for Shanghai in an hour. And guess who booked space on the cargo hold? Paulson.
That boat leaves with the painting, it's gone.
We're accessing his car's operational mainframe. Okay, meet us on the 6th Street Bridge. We'll cut Paulson's engine. All you have to do is arrest him. You'll find the stolen painting in the trunk. No drama, no high-speed chase, no risk.
Okay, but do not engage. We don't want to endanger the public.
We'll keep it safe, just like the painting. Use the built-in Wi-Fi.
Got full bars. We're in. We got control of his car. Cutting engine power. Raising engine temp.
You're under arrest.
Painting's in the trunk.
Agents are en route. They'll take it to the museum. Another unit is apprehending LeBeau right now. Well done, guys. You sure know your tech.
Oh no, the painting.
That might be our fault.
Something must have gone wrong with the frequency or the F6 dial.
I don't care.
What I care about is this. And you destroyed a $100 million painting.
Where are you going?
Well, I told you the whole story, so we're done.
Forensic gave me your cloning device. I carried it in my bag. I jostled it. I even dropped it. Not once did the device accidentally reset. Which is why I find it odd that it got reset while you were dancing with Paige.
This is probably some radio wave interference.
Know what I really think happened? You enjoyed dancing with Paige, holding her, being close. You didn't want it to stop, so you reset the device yourself. You risked the entire mission to dance with her for 30 more seconds.
I would never jeopardize a mission.
I have met with all of your team. They rely on you. They defend you.
They're brilliant, they're talented, and all I've ever tried to do is protect them. Together we can do things that no one else can do. And it's up to you to decide whether you'll allow us to keep doing that. Now, excuse me.
Okay, so I ran the potentialities and the likelihood of us passing this test is very low.
All right, the good news is, either way, we got this.
It would pair beautifully with a leg of lamb, but given our higher than normal anxiety levels, I think we should pop this open right now.
You passed.
Let's go pop this.
Good idea.
Enjoy.
So, Dr. Davis thinks we're okay?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. She passed you because, and I quote, Mr. O'Brien seems to believe that lying to a federal psychologist is justified so long as the job is done. However, his deeper motivation stems not, as he states, from a desire to complete his mission, but from empathy for his team members. He has created for himself a purpose, and for each of them, a family, a safe haven, a place to reach their potential. Doesn't sound like you.
That hurts.
I doubt that. It got me thinking about some things that didn't make sense. Like when you hacked Paulson's car and it didn't exactly work as planned.
Technology's not always reliable.
It is when you guys do it. So then I went down to the evidence locker to look for the fake painting, couldn't find it. I don't know how we'll build a case against Paulson and LeBeau without it.
This isn't the first time they've done this. Their records will lead you to all of their other stolen art. Your case will be airtight.
And if I had forensics test the ashes of that painting, would it be the fake or the original?
Forensics won't reveal a thing about the painting's authenticity because it was completely destroyed in the fire.
And if I were to call the Mueller family, would they be particularly happy?
Dunk. Thank you. Let's keep this between us.
Oh, don't hang it near your window, Mrs. Mueller.
I'll walk you out.
No one will know about this.
Not Interpol, not Cabe, no one. Before you said that painting was meaningless. Now you broke the law to return it to its rightful owner.
I grew to appreciate its subtle beauty and lyrical composition. Fine, I still don't get it.
You know, I saw how Duke Guillaume looked at Countess Stephanie, and I saw the way you looked at Paige. Something made you understand that family's connection to the painting. Something. Or someone.
Everything happened like I said it did. For real.
Hello? They said we should come in here. Come on. Hello?
I guess you don't hate Halloween after all.
Oh, we still hate it.
We love Ralph. We're hoping we could tag along to your school party.
My highly tuned facial recognition skills tell me that is a yes.
All right, let me guess who's who. Super fun guy. No surprises there. Signified?
Ah, precisely. Which means I'm dressed as a hack.
Meow.
Every girl does that costume. It's still hot.
I give up.
Agent Cabe Gallo.
Oh, okay.
We also cooked something up for you.
You come with us, big man.
So let me get something straight. Art makes you feel nothing, yet you lied to your superiors and risked your job in order for us to return the painting to its rightful heirs. You also think Halloween is nonsensical, and yet you took time off work to get dressed up and go to Ralph's party. For a guy who says he has no feelings, you sure are sweet.
That's just a costume.
Oh my god, that's the perfect costume.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it. Hey, come on, we got a party to catch. You know, Ralph, Halloween started off as a day to ward off evil spirits. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? Let's go get some candy.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.